Let's do it.
No, you. That's right. I know.
That's so good.
I'll never think about broccoli the same way again.
Stop! We gotta go. We gotta show this.
Okay. All right. Fine. Ladies and gentlemen, hello.
Hello, world.
Hello, world, and welcome. Welcome back to this production, which we refer to so lovingly as the Rig Roll. If you have never seen this show before, what we offer to you is long-form improv comedy. What does that mean? It means we will be inspired by your suggestions, but everything you see tonight will be made up. We will make up the characters. We'll make up the places. We'll make up the names. We'll make up the voices. Everything is coming to you in the moment as it comes to us. But in order to do that, we do need your participation, at least in the beginning. So we'll ask you for some suggestions based on 3 different prompts that we offer to you. We'll pick 3 of your suggestions and maybe even be inspired by more than just the 3 that we pick. Aside from that, we do have a couple other technical things that we think you should know.
Yes, a couple of technical things that you should know. We signify entrances and exits by turning our cameras off and on. We can leave a scene and re-enter as a new character by turning our camera off and back on. Also, Mark and I are allowed, it's allowed, to jump into each other's characters. So if Mark establishes a character and then later I want to play that same character, I better do a good job of doing it like Mark did so as not to lose you. But that may be something that you see tonight. We also use this bell right here to signify when we want to start a new scene. Maybe we'll hear something in a scene that sparks an idea. We'll ring the bell telling the other person that we want to start a new scene. We'll go away for a second and we'll come right back with that said idea. Yes.
That's right.
Who's playing tonight?
Oh, tonight with me is the fantastic, wonderful, I'm going to stop there, Kerby Joe Grubb.
No. And with me tonight is the sumptuous and tawdry Marc Little.
I do so much totting as of late.
Totting about town.
Indeed. Audience, right. We do have a question for you, a prompt, if you will.
Tell us the name of your favorite Crayola color. Now, Crayola rocks. We all know that. Not a sponsor, but just we're big fans. And if some of you remember the big Crayola boxes that had the very unusual and unique names like Burnt Sienna. That was my favorite. Taken. Can't use it. We're not going to pick it. If it was yours, I do apologize. But what does anybody remember any of those? Ooh.
Royal Blue from Julie.
From Julie. I like it. Pistachio. Thank you, Marie. Pistachio.
Pistachio. Thank you, Marie.
Coming back to macaroni and cheese.
Macaroni and cheese.
You guys got these like, are you looking at a box of them right now? Ooh, Simon's coming with maroon.
Maroon.
Nice. It's a very strong one. I like it.
Very strong indeed. Well, what are you feeling, sir?
Brought to you by, yeah, we gotta get our sponsors in here, man. This question is brought to you by interruptions. Interruptions. Use them to make people angry.
Since 1979, interruptions have brought you some of your favorite moments in TV history.
Hey, can I grab you for a second?
Of course, my bad.
That was an interruption. See?
Beautiful.
All right, I think. Simon, I'm glad we waited. Milltown Heather. Wow, Milltown Heather. I gotta go with Milltown Heather. I appreciate you others, and maybe the other colors will make it up. Stacia's coming in with beige, and beige is a great color, Stacia, but we're going with Milltown Heather. You may see some of your suggestions show up in other parts of the shows, so another reason to stay tuned.
That's right.
All right. Mark.
Name a place that starts with the letter R. Perhaps you've heard of the letter R before. It comes in the alphabet. I'm not sure in exactly which place, but it's in there. Every time you say the alphabet, you can find it. Now we're looking for a place that's named with that letter.
Mm-hmm. This segment is brought to you by literacy. Since the dawn of language, people have been trying to force other people to read. Stand strong. Do not give in.
One of the most egregious examples of this was when George Bush instituted No Child Left Behind and decided all children in America should be forced to read. Indeed, a disgusting act, which will live on for decades.
Sorry to get political, but we believe what we believe, people.
All right, we've got we got some good ones here. Rodan and Fields. Mm-hmm. Do you know what that is? I don't know what that is.
We're gonna find out if we pick it.
Hell yeah. Rusty's Roofing Company. Oh, that's kind of fun.
Nice.
Raintown. Thank you, Marie. Thank you, Julie. Remembrance Lane. Oh, that there's something I like about that. What?
Rehoboth.
Do you know what that is?
No.
Okay, I like it.
I love it. Whatever it is, Rehoboth.
I thought it might be a Midwestern destination. Roanoke. I've heard of that.
Uh-huh.
Rhino Abbey.
So many good suggestions.
Romania. Oh, I like these. Mm-hmm. Randy's cousin's house. There's something I like about that too. Red Rock.
Uh-huh. Ooh, Red Rock. Where is the concert, guys? They ripped the show.
All right. I'm going Remembrance Lane.
Ooh, Remembrance Lane.
Remembrance Lane.
That sounds very loaded. I don't know what that's going to become, but it's going to be something.
You can't know.
All right. And then for our final prompt, please make up the title of a poem. It can be anything. There are no wrong answers. It's poetry, people. You love it. You grew up on it.
Yep.
And now you're living in a poem.
That's right.
If you're in my family.
Good for them.
Thank you. Mark, tell us who our sponsors are.
This segment is brought to you by Muslin. Making some clothing, but not ready to dedicate and commit to the full fabric choice yet? Use Muslin. Muslin.com for all your muslin needs.
Muslin. I can kind of see inside your house. Muslin.
Oh, Tits of Lavender. I thought it was tints at first. First, I thought it was tints.
Yes. I like this one better.
5 petals. Too short.
5 petals too short.
Back to basics.
Back to basics. Nice.
Swinging on a vine.
Mm-hmm.
Don't say no.
That's words to live by.
Amen.
Friend, Miss M.
Amen. Right. Well, choice is yours, sir.
We have one more sponsor. We got to get to space. You guys, don't be so afraid of us. We know there's a lot of movies made about space that scare people off. Come on out here. The air is fine. Space.
For your space t-shirt, please call 1-800-SPACE today.
Right.
For $14.99, you can have a medium or large space t-shirt. We don't have smalls. Eat.
Speaking of t-shirts, Kerby and Marc Together Forever, I think, should be on a t-shirt.
It's beautiful. And Hitchhiking is Dangerous is our last suggestion.
Okay. Whew. I don't know. What are you feeling?
Yeah, this is your suggestion, sir.
I'm kind of thinking, I'm kind of loving, gosh, they're so good. I kind of love 5 petals too short.
5. All right, I'm just adding it here so we have it. Is it P-E-T or P-E-D?
Pedals.
Okay.
Pedals.
Too short. Boom. So, ladies and gentlemen, for our wonderful suggestions provided by you, our fantastic audience, for a fantastic color, we have Milltown Heather.
Mm-hmm.
For a place that starts with R, we have Remembrance Lane. And for a poem title, we have Five Petals Too Short. Ladies and
gentlemen, welcome to...
It's called the Rigmarole. Yeah, it starts at 7.
Heather was a gleeful girl. She lived in a little town on the outskirts of Norway. In the city of Stukenstasch. Heather always had a dream, and it was to frolic about and not have any responsibilities in the world. She always had a smile on her face, and she picked up flowers and she sniffed them and smelled them. She had a real thing about flowers, Heather. Heather was a bit of a genius, you see. Heather had conceived of a new type of town, a mill town. Heather saw the mill and the construction of it inside the flowers that she saw. She thought about using natural processes, the way nature actually worked, to build a mill so beautiful that the town would thrive and flourish forever. Heather had a drinking problem. She was addicted to liquid morphine. But no matter, her tolerance was high. And her boyfriend, the local morphine pusher, was an endless supply. It's one of the reasons Heather was so happy. One day, during her frolic, Heather found a particularly peculiar flower, and in it she realized, oh, look, this is it. The mill will be built in the shape of a flower, and that shape will twirl, grabbing the water from the running river, and it will turn the petals, creating energy. Well, you know how a mill works. Heather couldn't wait to get into the town, to tell them that this wasn't going to be a regular old town anymore. This was going to be a mill town.
Yes, give me 5 sides of beef and 3 chunks of bacon, Sylvester. I've got a big to-do this weekend at my ranch.
Well, I've noticed, George, your order has doubled from what it usually is.
We're having the whole town by, and we're going to have a real to-do. You know, Cindy is getting, she's getting pre-engaged. So we're going to throw a big party, and her boy, her man, her suitor, I guess I should call him my son-in-law very soon, Bartleby. His whole family's going to be there. And
the boy's name's Bartleby?
Bartleby. I know.
I would hope he's some sort of aristocrat, because with a name like Bartleby, I surely wouldn't hire him here at my butcher shop.
Well, he sticks out like a real sore thumb in our regular town here, And by the way, I'm sorry. I know it's a little odd. I didn't invite you and the missus, Tanzi, to.
A Tansy has a terrible fright of social gatherings anyhow.
Well, I'm glad to hear that you're okay with it. After that last event she had at the town square dance, I couldn't convince my missus to bring her on board for this one.
Well, it was a terrible event. Did you want me to write your name on the butcher paper here?
Yes, please. I like the way you write my name. You've got excellent penmanship, and that way no one steals it when I'm at work on my way home.
Will you spell it for me? I'm so bad at spelling.
Oh, no.
It's happening to you too. Memory loss is rocking our small town here. Look at me. How do we know each other? How do we know each other?
Where did I get all this meat?
No. Look, Sylvester.
What?
Sylvester. I'm Cameron. Okay, look at me. I'm Cameron. Cameron.
You're Cam. QRMN. Cameron.
Close enough.
I'm back, Cameron.
I would like to make an announcement to the entire town. Please gather around before the square dance begins. I would like to make an announcement.
Are you selling newspapers?
No, Dr. Whirlingsley. I'm not selling newspapers. You may be suffering some of that memory loss that's been going around. My name is Heather. You all know me.
Hello, Heather.
Frolic girl.
I know you, Heather.
Well, hello, everyone. Hello. We don't have to go around the entire town and say who knows me.
Hi, Heather. Hi, Heather. I know you.
Hi, Jacob. Hello. Hi, Jacob. Thank you. So, I have an announcement. I was frolicking on my Thursday frolic, and I saw in this flower a revolution for the new town, a new town that will transform our ordinary little town into a mill town.
Where do you keep the newspapers?
Okay. What? Let me just... I'm following
I
work in newspapers.
I don't think anyone else thinks that. I think it's just him.
Okay, good. I was confused.
I could use a paper.
Okay, well, I don't have newspapers. Jamie, the newspaper boy, do you have any newspapers that you could give to the doctor here?
I could give him a newspaper, absolutely.
Thank you, Jamie. I'm just trying to get through my little speech here. Just want to let everyone know about the way I'm going to revolutionize the town here.
Absolutely, Heather. I'll give him a newspaper, and then please tell us, because I'm interested in science.
Great. So everyone just take your seats. The square dance will begin any moment. Just to finish up on the old flower thing here. So, within the flower lies the key.
It's going to be hot this week.
Can you please not be reading the newspaper in the middle of my town speech, doctor? I realize that you're the only doctor in town and you need to stay abreast of the local happenings.
I'm listening to you, Heather.
Thank you. Thank you, Jacob.
You're welcome.
You've always been there for me, Jacob.
Well, you're the most beautiful girl in the town. And what you're saying about the flower and science is taking me away on a journey.
I'm a little embarrassed because the whole town is watching, but I see you making eyes at me, Jacob, and I will meet you after the square dance by the waterfall.
A waterfall?
Yes. So just to finish on the whole flower mill transformation of the town thing, I think it's going to really be a miraculous revolution for our town, and I'll draw up the details and get everyone a copy by the end of the week. Please stop reading the newspaper as it is time for the square dance, Doctor.
I already have a copy.
Great. We're gonna need a new doctor.
I'll be it.
Heather toiled day and night, trying to draw up the schematics. But Heather had never drawn anything in her life, so every one of the drawings which she had pinned to the wall so that she could draw straight in front of her face came out like a squiggly mess that didn't look like a windmill or a flower. And Heather knew what to do. Well, I must get a hold of the local haberdasher so that he can teach me how to draw plans, because I see all the beautiful plans that he has for his beautiful hats, because as we all know, that's what a haberdasher does.
Thousands, I want to have your fighting for the end of time, and I will be the captain of the ship. You are stabbed. You are stabbed, Bartleby. You got stabbed in the... Hello? Hello, Heather?
Hello, Mr. Clementine. I see you're wearing your newest creation on your head.
I was just acting out a scene which I thought might be relevant to the hat creation. I'm a little embarrassed to admit, Heather, that for each hat I make, I have a character with a name and a scene and a backstory.
Mr. Clementine, that sounds fantastic.
Heather, you're such a welcoming, frolicking presence in my haberdashery.
Mr. Clementine, had I known that each hat had a story, I would have had many more hats.
Oh, well, Heather, I have a hat here that's actually sort of based on you.
What? Tell me its story, Mr. Clementine. Tell me its tale.
Well, this hat, Heather, is about a young girl who had lavender tits and a real zest for life.
That's me.
It is indeed, Heather. Although, now that I think of it, Heather, when I made up the story, something terribly tragic happens to this lavender-titted girl.
No.
Oh,
Don't.
Heather. Oh, I don't think that. Oh, I don't think that that's your hat at all, Heather. Forgive me.
It seems as though each hat has an undeniable truth which will burden the wearer for the rest of its life.
You speak what I have always known in my heart to be true. Each hat I sell, the story becomes true in the life of the hat wearer.
Mr. Clementine, that would explain why the doctor is so foolish.
Yes. Yes. Oh no. I sold him that top hat, and the story was of Samuel Amnesia.
No. And he's been treating the whole town. That's why some of the town has amnesia.
This is sort of not cool that this is all coming to me right now. Heather, if we could please keep this quiet, I would be most appreciative.
Mr. Clementine, your secret is safe with me, but please, only good stories for the hats from now on.
Only good stories.
You have to promise.
I give you, Heather, a normal town promise.
This is our normal town promise.
Ow, Heather, ow. You have a rather strong... Heather!
I had to make sure you weren't lying. You know, if you were to lie, your finger would have snapped straight off.
There's something special about you, Heather.
Thank you. I recently... Go ahead.
No, please.
It wasn't relevant. I was just going to tell you I recently got a new perfume. I thought that might be the thing.
No,
it's lavender.
That's not it.
Oh.
Oh, it's lavender. Heather. Sorry. Why did you come into the shop today, Heather?
I was looking for just a normal hat.
Really?
Well,
I was drawing schematics for my newest hat invention. I thought maybe that was why.
that was the secondary reason, but yes.
Oh, so there was a secondary reason. Tell me what
It was the reason being that you were drawing the schematics for the hat. Also, I really wanted to inform you personally about the town and the flower and how science.
Why don't you get your thoughts together and come back later on, okay? When sort of it's all clear in your mind what's happening. Okay.
I haven't had lunch.
You know what, Heather? Here's a hat. And the story of the girl is she eats lunch. Here we are.
Everything feels right. Everything feels right, Mr. Clement.
Sorry.
Will you put it on my head? Thank you.
Thank you. Hey, we should try that move at the next town square dance, Heather. You and I.
Well, yes. And now I'm going to go find that lunch that's destined for me.
Jamie?
Yes?
Thank you for backing me up at the town square announcement of the Milltown.
You're welcome, Heather. Thank you for meeting me here under this beautiful tree.
I like the way you square dance.
I have to be honest with you. It was my first time, but the way you moved inspired me to reach deep inside my soul and pull out the essence of square dancing.
I noticed that you winced and wept a bit when I hooked your arm for the roundy rounds. And I thought maybe because I have extra good strength that maybe I had hurt you.
You did hurt me, but the way you helped me more than tenfold made up for it. I now know who I am in love with, Heather, and it is you.
Jamie.
Heather.
Do you think that if we become betrothed, that you'll allow me to frolic all my days and never become a real working person? That maybe you would support our household and make all the monies and also gather all the food and clothes and all the things that our children will need as I plan busy frolicking?
Yes? That sounds like a lot. I mean, can I be completely honest with you? It sounds like a bit more than maybe I'd bargained for.
Well, that's why I like to lay everything out at the very first inkling of any kind of romantic involvement.
That would explain a lot. You've probably done this with many men before, right?
Every single man in town, Jamie. Every single one of them.
Well, you know what, Heather? Yes, I will take on the responsibility of working and cleaning and cooking and child rearing.
Right, transportation to and from extracurricular activities.
Absolutely.
Such as painting and archery, also underwater swimming, and also boating, which takes place on top of the water.
I can swim, but I'm afraid of boats. They have a tendency to sink that I'm uncomfortable with.
So, Jamie, I have another request of you, since you're so amiable.
Whatever it is, my dear Heather.
I would like to be known henceforth as Milltown Heather.
You want to be known as Milltown Heather?
If you could refer to me formally, even in our most intimate moments, as Milltown Heather, that would help me. You seem upset. What? No.
This is where I have to draw the line, Heather.
Jamie, no, this is not where you need to draw the line.
This is where the line must be drawn.
Jamie, no lines. We don't need lines.
How could I call you Milltown Heather when we know that Milltown has systematically tried to poison its people in order to remove their memory? It's a conspiracy theory I'm working on, but I think it's true.
It certainly is. That theory is a theory, and a very interesting one indeed.
Well, it seems as though you're being rather non-committal now, Heather. It seems seems now that you're uninterested in what I say, because it doesn't revolve around you.
You know, Jamie, I'm sort of trying to rethink this whole match between the two of us here. I don't really want to be betrothed to someone who, you know, is given to these odd theories, you know, especially when it comes to the mill in town, our main source of, you know.
So you have an issue with my theories, but you literally asked me to do seemingly every single thing in your life. And this is, okay, now I see what sort of relationship we're headed for.
Oh, one-sided. And it was a one-sided relationship. Jamie began working night and day, his fingers to the bone. He impregnated his wife. He shucked the corn and other duties which came along with being a father. Jamie was committed, and Jamie was a good-hearted man, and Heather frolicked all the day long.
Heather, I've brought you the fresh rolls which you asked for from the bakery. Heather, I can't bring myself to run towards you. It's been a 23-hour day, Heather.
I'm in the middle of my afternoon frolic, Jamie. I think you can see. So what? I can see your mouth moving. I can't really hear what you're saying. So what's going on over here?
I have the biscuits, Heather. The biscuits you requested from the in-town baker, Dr. Antoine.
Thanks. Just leave them on the table.
Leave them. I'll leave them.
Are the children washed?
I'll go and wash the children now.
Wash them better than last time, Jamie. They were stinky and smelly and dirty.
I'm sorry, but young George Thompson, our son, refused to let the water run over his head.
Let me speak to young George Thompson. Young George Thompson. Young George Thompson.
What is it, Mum?
I specifically requested for you to call me Milltown Mum, young George Thompson.
If Dad won't call you Milltown Heather, I won't call you Milltown Mum.
Young George Thompson. Who was the one who revolutionized this normal town and made it into a mill town?
Well, I don't know, Mum. I wasn't born yet.
Who made you be born with no eyeballs?
Well, I thought I like to give credit to the doctor.
We wanted to save you, young George Thompson, from seeing all the horrible things in the world.
Yeah? Well, you sure did save me, didn't you? Because now I can't see anything. I can't even see if someone drops a dime on the sidewalk, huh? I can't even see to pick it up, become 10 cents richer.
Young George Thompson, how old are you today?
14.
That's right, you're 14. And I have a surprise for you. I'm peeling off your eyelids now.
Good God, Mom, that's what you look like!
Yes, young George Thompson, that is your first reaction to having sight, is taking exception to what your mother looks like?
Did you catch yourself in a fire at the mill? Is that what happened?
How do you even know what a fire
burned skin looks like. No, I certainly did not, young George Thompson. This is not the desired response when we decided to make you not see anything for the first 14 years of your life.
Well, then what exactly was the desired response, Mum?
It was to create for you an appreciation of the greater things in life, and most importantly, your mother, Milltown Heather. I wanted you to be grown and then see the first person you see is your mother so that you can really admire me.
Heather, I know you're always right, but I don't understand why we must shut Mr. George Thompson's eyes at birth. It seems like a disadvantage.
You know, I'm thinking maybe not Mr. George Thompson's. I think maybe his name should be young George Thompson.
No, I must stand firm on this. It has to be Mr. George Thompson.
Jamie, give me your pinky. Give me your pink. Give me.
Fine.
It's going to be young George Thompson.
Fine, it's young George Thompson.
And the reason that we will glue his eyes shut for the first 14 years of his life is to give him an appreciation of the beautiful things in life.
You know I hate how you say appreciation. It's appreciation. And you refuse. You absolutely refuse to say it. Why? Why must you make yourself so special? Why must we call you Milltown Heather? Why must you glue your firstborn son's eyes shut? Just to be strange?
Strange. Some call it strange. Some call it unique. Some call it a revolutionary, Jamie. And I'm standing on the foundation of you.
Sorry.
Behind every great person is a weaker and foundational, basic person. And for you, for me, you are that person.
I'm sorry, Heather. I lost myself for a moment. Sometimes the rage bubbles up and I feel the need to speak what I'm thinking. And I shouldn't. I just shouldn't. I'm sorry.
You have work to do. My name's sorry. My name's Cliff Baxter. I'm a construction worker. I live right here in Lodi, and sorry, I was nervous. This is the first poetry jam I ever got on stage for.
Be strong, Cliff. You got this.
Thanks, Jack. This is my friend Jack. He's a foreman.
Everyone.
He's my foreman on the job, and you know, to his credit, everybody, to his credit, he saw me writing poems on my lunch break, and he said, "You know what? You should go tell people that. You should go say this poem out loud in front of a bunch of strangers."
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's what I told Cliff, and Cliff was sitting there. He was eating out of a bag of hot Cheetos. He was eating one at a time because Cliff isn't very good with spicy foods, huh?
My eyes were watering. My ears were sweating. I was like, oh, it's hot.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. But let me tell you, he may not be good with spicy foods, but Clifford is good with one thing. And that one thing is dry. Sorry, not drywall. It's poems.
Okay, you guys. Okay, there's other people that are waiting to do their poems. So this is a nice moment, but come on.
Okay, well, is this an open mic or is this a semi-enclosed mic?
Yeah,
because now.
Yeah, like is this a frame? Is this like an open mic or is this like a partially enclosed mic?
That's right. That's a good question, and it seems like you all have a little explaining to do.
Seems like somebody here has some explaining to do.
It's an open mic, but there's a sign right here that says there's a 15-minute time limit.
There's a time limit?
It's 15 minutes.
Okay. I'll get it. Okay, let me just do it. Jack, let's just thank you. Hey, thank you for having my back. And thank you for saving my life.
You're welcome. Well, just so everyone knows, if there's one thing we're good at, it's sticking to time limits.
Okay, you guys, we really gotta get going now.
If you ever come by our construction site, you would see that the job is done on time and to code, even above code sometimes, especially Cliff.
That's right. Come down. Yeah, come to the 4th and Willoughby. We have a really nice building going up there, you guys. You can check out, Henderson's construction partners. You guys can.
I'll come down to 4th and Willoughby.
Okay, looks like we got one fan. Okay, cool. Well, it's a little scary. So probably a poetry thing. Okay, Jack, go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and do my poem now.
Okay, I'm gonna get off the stage, everyone. But I ask that young man in the back does not come down to 4th and Willoughby. Everyone else is invited.
Well, you invited everybody down, so I don't know that you can now take that away. Can you guys we gotta get other people up.
Okay.
I'll be there.
Okay.
I'll definitely be there.
Sure. You know what? It's probably best if you don't come down to 4th and Willoughby, just because you have kind of a weird vibe, and let's just cancel that invitation altogether.
I'll be there.
Okay.
Go ahead and say your poem now.
Okay, I'm gonna say my poem. Okay, if everyone let's just have a little cleansing beat first. Sir, I haven't begun yet. If you could please not slow clap silently in a creepy fashion. This guy's kind of throwing me off my whole poem game here. And look, you guys, okay, I think that's enough time. You got to get off the stage now. Okay, let's do my poem really quick.
Okay, Lady Cliff hasn't even got a chance to speak. The weirdo snapper clap guy in the back keeps interrupting, okay?
Yeah.
No, can we give an artist a chance to shine?
Yeah, can just give an artist a chance to shine. Thank you, Jack. Okay, now he's snapping. Okay, here's my... Okay, stop, sir. Stop snapping. Stop snapping. Okay.
Who, me?
Yes. Okay, here we go. 5 petals too short. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 petals too short. How many petals does this caterpillar piece of equipment have? How many petals can I push with my feet when I'm operating this construction equipment? How many petals on a flower? How many petals to the metals? How many petals? How many petals? 5 petals too short. Thank you.
Here. Let's hear it, everyone. That was Cliff. That was my drywall expert, Cliff.
Thank you. Thank you.
That was really good, Cliff. Can't wait to see you at an impromptu lunch.
That's right. That's right. God, I couldn't even believe he got all those 2x4s. He was carrying so many of them.
That's great.
He's the champ. He's the new winner.
He's absolutely the new people's champ. Man, let me tell you that the last time I saw someone carry that many 2x4s, it wasn't on site. Let me tell you that much.
Jack, listen, thanks for sticking up for me at the poetry jam the other night. I think maybe we got a future, you and me, going to open mics and kind of, taking the show and kind of doing what we did the other night, just bringing the house down.
Now, Cliff, here's the thing. I have a conviction And when I saw you writing the poetry, I was like, this guy's onto something. When I heard you say it, I was like, this guy's on another planet. You're a Michael Duvet, you know, you're a real poet.
I'm a you just call me a Michael Duvet.
You're a Michael Duvet.
That's pretty high praise. Oh no.
Oh my God.
Oh God, he came. Oh.
You guys.
Okay, listen. Okay, listen, man. I know my poem was probably the coolest, best poem you ever heard in your life. Everyone feels that way about 5 Petals Too Short.
Yeah.
But listen, man. You can't just, I don't know what you're going to do when you got here. Well, let me just, you know what? I won't assume. What's up?
Well, I was just here to have an impromptu lunch with you. From one artist to another, maybe I could read you a couple of my poems.
You're a poetry and artist?
Yeah, I'm a poet. That's what we call ourselves.
Oh, I thought it was a poeter. Okay. Yeah, come on in. Come have a seat.
So I think Cliff's right. Cliff's right. Okay, it is poeter. It's a poet. Cliff's right. Cliff knows.
Probably the poeter, but
no, it's poet.
Okay. Let's not get hung up on words. Just come on in. Let's hear some of your
words are my life. What do you think makes poetry, Cliff? What do you think poetry is composed of, Clifford?
Well, if you look at 5 Petals Too Short, you'll see that it's composed of feelings and emotions and thoughts.
That's right. Feelings, emotions, feelings, and thoughts. Just like Cliff said.
Thank you for backing me up.
Feelings, emotions, feelings, and thoughts. You realized you included feelings twice. And feelings and emotions are very similar.
Okay, well, Mr. Awesome at Poetry guy with the creepy eyebrows, why don't you lay a poem on us if you're so good at words?
It's the dead of night. The house creaks, but I find myself awake. The wind chimes don't chime anymore because I've drilled holes in all of them and they're just dust laying on the ground. My dog would be barking, but I don't have one. Do you like it? I wrote it about you.
Didn't know a poem could grab you by the throat.
That was real poetry, Cliff. Cliff, I don't know what we do in this. You don't do anything. You let it hit you, and you breathe it in, and then we go out back and we enjoy a turkey sandwich together, like poets do.
Poets like turkey sandwiches?
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the poet of the century, a man who minces no words, a wordsmith with his own special shop, a man who can wrangle the pen from 12 to 10. That's AM to PM, folks. That's a long stretch. Mr. Michael Duvet.
Hello. I'm Michael Duvet. And if you're watching this video, you've paid $39.99 to learn how to grab people by the throat with your words. Now, in this 7-part course, you're going to need a notebook, you're going to need a pencil, you're going to need ink, you're going to need thoughts, you're going to need feelings, you're going to need emotions, you're going to need a cup of water, you're going to need a nickel to flip up every time you need to flip a coin to decide between one thing and the next. That's how I decide which words go on the page. It's all chance, or is it?
You know, here's a poem for yous. It's called Haberdasher. Haberdasher. He sold me a poem. He sold me a hat. Inside that hat was a poem. Inside that poem was a riddle. And inside that riddle was the fate of the rest of my life. Grabbed by the throat yet? Eh? If you're watching this video properly, you should be crying by now. It's the proper reaction. If you're not crying right now, please rewind to the beginning of the video so that you can have the proper emotional reaction to what just should have grabbed you by the throat if you were present to what was going on.
It's Michael Duvet.
Okay. That's a good question, Stephanie. And if you remember from the lecture from last Friday, Milltown Heather revolutionized the way mills were constructed and the way they were built. Now you tell me, okay, based on the lecture last Friday, okay, who's the coolest teacher around?
Well, that's no question, Mrs. Johnstone. It's obviously you. I tried to bring up Milltown Heather in Professor Dirgbert's class, and Professor Dirgbert said the only one who talks about Millstone is you.
The only one who talks about Millstone is you. And Miss Cuthbert as well. And so I won't have any of that. This revisionist history, and we're not going down that road. We're not doing it. Keep that trite out of my classroom.
Well, this environment is a lot less accepting and flourishable than the other environments here at school.
Yeah.
I'd have to agree with that. This classroom is pretty harsh.
I'm not interested in what everyone thinks. I'm not like your other instructors, where I'm like, oh, who's the coolest? Who's the best? In fact, I'm here to push your buttons. I'm here to fire your asses up. And I'm here to make intelligent, critically minded young adults and also, sorry, Tracy, non-traditional students out of you. I'm sorry, Tracy. I didn't mean, I know it's usually always young adults in the class. I don't mean to be ageist. I do apologize.
That's fine. When I turned 61, I said to myself, it's time for an education. And ladies and gentlemen, students, my fellow students, if I can tell you one thing, it's an education, aside from friends, is the most valuable thing that you can have. Okay?
Oh, Tracy, nice to see you again. I'll just cut right to the quick. You're aging rapidly. You're only 61, but
Yep.
You have the face and voice and demeanor of somebody who's 90 or more.
Well, people call me wise for my age sometimes, so I can agree with that.
I'm sorry, Tracy, I have to ask, are you trying to seem much older than you really are?
Am I trying to seem much? Oh, Headmaster White Hat. Why would I do that? What am I, some sort of sicko? What am I, some sort of attention-seeking weird freak or something? No way, this is me.
Well, Tracy, I did see you in the in the lunchroom the other day, and you were getting the, senior discount. So I'm just confused as to why you're acting much older than you actually are.
Why not? You just stated yourself that I was getting the senior discount. I mean, what do you mean acting much older? This is who I am.
Well, Tracy, then school needs that $4. Okay? I'm going to have to write you up.
Fine, write me up. I won't read it.
Heather became the most famous person in the whole tri-state area. Her fame grew so large, she could not go anywhere without people screaming out, "Milltown Heather! It's Milltown Heather! Please revolutionize our town, Milltown Heather!" And Heather had to move to Paris because she was absolutely mobbed in the tri-state area. She was forced to kiss Parisian hands all day long, but you know what? As a person who loves germs, Heather loved kissing hands. She began licking hands as a sign that she was very comfortable and that she was not afraid of French people at all. And one day when she licked a hairy knuckle, Heather had a thought. Oh, what was that story that was associated with the hat that the milliner gave me? Ah, that's right. It was about a girl who revolutionized a town, and then she moved away, and then she moved back. Ah, I'm going to have to move back in order to fulfill my destiny, Heather thought and said aloud, although it was being narrated. I'm back, everyone. Milltown.
You're too late, Heather.
No. My train just got in. I'm right on time to enjoy the celebrity of what I've done to this town. I thought maybe we could have a little jaunt down Remembrance Lane.
How about I take you to this Remembrance Lane, Heather? A haberdasher tells you the story of a sick doctor who is intent on ruining the memory of an entire town, and you promise to forget about it.
I see your staccato speaking has gotten much worse over the years that I have been gone. The staccato illness plagues you.
It's been 17 years, Heather. How did you expect me to fare?
I see you finally invented that timepiece that tells the years. Well done. I'll tell you how I feel. This is the very hat that I got from the haberdasher that is loaded with all kinds of prophecy.
Eureka! I've done it! Finally, a timepiece that will tell the year. George! George, get in here!
Yes!
George, behold!
Why are the hands moving so slowly?
Because, George, those are year hands. The dream is finally real, George!
Oh, Byron, you will be the most famous watchmaker in the history of the world.
Yes, that is who I will be, if I can survive this town.
Did you hear Milltown Heather's coming back?
I hope it's this year. They've been saying she would come back for 12 years.
Well, I'm sorry to tell you this, Byron, but I think you've been elected to be the one to meet her when she comes to town and to have your arms folded and tell her that we don't like her around here anymore. I heard the city council talking about it when I was mopping the janitor's closet.
Order! Order! The city council will come to order, or I will have my way with you. Well, it seems like we have a rather small turnout as far as public attendance goes today. Not a problem. Still enough people in order to decree what must be decreed.
Get on with the city council. I have roast beef in the oven.
Stuart, you always have roast beef in the oven. I will not make exception simply because today you announce it louder. Simply because you are more loud does not make you more right, Stuart, and I'm sick of it.
Point of order, I nominate Myron Crothersby to be the one to talk to Milltown Heather when she comes back, to fold his arms and tell her, you are too late, you are too late. Look at my time watch. Look at my year watch.
Damn it, Stuart, you're a big thunder stealer. You're a thunder stealer. You know that's what I was going to say. Fine, yes, I agree. I agree with Stuart. That's fine. We can have Milton do it.
All in favor of Milltown Heather, this approach with Myron being the one to greet her, say aye.
I don't even get to make the motion. God,
Aye.
what good is it for me to be? What good is it for me to be head of the city council if I don't even get to make the motion? Stuart,
The motion carries. Hand me your gavel.
aye. Fine, here, take it. Take the gavel. Go eat your roast beef, Stuart.
Gavel.
Yeah.
Once Heather had returned, everything was different. The mill no longer looked like a flower with petals. The people no longer smiled with a twinkle in the corner of their mouth, and the dances they did were no longer squares. You see, through this weaving and convoluted tale, Heather had actually destroyed the town that she loved so much. People in the town could barely feed themselves and were absolutely sloth-like in all their movements. I don't want to go on too long about how terrible it was, but let's suffice to say the whole town became a sinkhole, not a figurative one, a real sinkhole. You see, there was a sinkhole under the town the entire time.
All I'm saying, Jared, is I looked up places to go on vacation, and Milltown has an actual sinkhole. And I've heard about a sinkhole, but I thought it was something that was only from the movie Dune. Not really the movie. The movie sucked, but the book Dune.
Is this a real sinkhole this time, Jeremiah? Because, dude, last time when we went to Bisbee Knolls, it was like not a real sinkhole for sure. I just want to make sure, like.
No, this is the sinkhole. I swear to God, they said Bisbee Knolls. This is it.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah, this is a bit simple right here, guys.
Yeah, no,
$5 to see the sinkhole.
we already saw it.
To go up to the edge of it.
Well, isn't it dangerous?
Don't look. This is my property, and I'm charging Give me $5, and you can look inside of it.
This should be public land.
What are you talking about? This is a naturally occurring geological structure on my private property, so I charge $5 for it. You can stop looking into the sinkhole and give me $5.
Man, we didn't bring any cash.
Well,
do you have cash? Did you bring cash?
transfer some electronic funds.
I ain't bringing any cash either.
Here is my bank account information.
You know what we're going to do? Well, this isn't right. We're going down to your city hall, and we're going to make sure that they take this land back. They're going to take it back.
That sounds like a years-long process you're embarking on.
I'm willing to try!
I wish you luck.
Mr. Mayor, open up! Mr. Mayor, open up! Mr. Mayor, open the door is still closed. I see you wrestling, but please open the door.
Just stay here, honey. I'm gonna get my gun.
Mr. Mayor, open the door.
Who's there?
You don't know me.
You
But
don't
I
sound
have-
like you're from around here.
No, I have a passion for geology. and you have a sinkhole here.
You're coming to my house in the middle of the night to tell me about a geological problem that you have?
Mr. Mayor, are you pretending that you are unaware of this sinkhole in your fine city?
It's not a real sinkhole.
It's not a real sinkhole. There's a gentleman charging $5 because the sinkhole is on his property.
I know, but it's on his property, and people like you see it, and they come down. They come from all over. You know, that's kind of on you.
Well, I was going to make a motion that you somehow use the city's authority to kick the man off his land and made the sinkhole public property. So, but you're telling me it's not even worth it.
Something about a sinkhole and the sinkhole in town.
Sweetheart.
This is not the proper channels to have city business conducted, okay?
Well, consider this business of Earth, my friend, because we are talking about a geological anomaly. Is that how you say that word?
Yeah, it's a geological anomaly. Yeah. I mean, I think you nailed it there. But look, come to my office tomorrow, and
Sweetheart, it's anomaly.
Sorry. It's anomaly. My wife says it's anomaly. But come by my office tomorrow. We'll handle the paperwork.
So that didn't go so hot, you know? I mean, we were so determined to see the sinkhole. We went to the mayor's house. I mean, I'm glad I waited in the car because that was super embarrassing for you.
Yeah, yeah, that was a good call. Sometimes I get a little overexcited when it comes to geology, so.
But anyway, oh God, those pictures of Bixby Knolls, that does look like a real sinkhole though.
I'm telling you, I swear it has to be.
Oh my God. You know what? I think that's where Milltown and Milltown Heather used to be. I think he used to be a name of the girl and stuff.
I thought that's how I opened this whole idea. I thought the whole idea was I was like, let's go to Milltown, and because you would love this sinkhole, but then you were like,
I have an idea. Let's go down there and check out that sinkhole that's down there.
Are you trying to take credit?
Did you see the pictures of it?
I had a great vacation idea, and you're always.
It's like a real sinkhole, not like the other one.
Fine, let's go then. Fine.
I'll drive.
And he did drive. He drove very quickly. He had recently got a new Toyota Corolla XR. Well, new to him. It wasn't new in general. It was a 2010. But it handled very well, and the brakes were good too. But luckily, he was a fairly cautious driver on highway, so he didn't have to do a lot of braking. In fact, he braked so rarely that the Thomas guy in his back. Well, sometimes he had to give people the finger, but that was their fault. That was always their fault, not his.
We want to see a sinkhole. Get out of the way.
Oh, get out of the way! You get out of the way back, jackass! Hey, do you think it's a good idea that you're flipping off all the locals?
Hey, fuck you guys! Get out of the way! We're going to the sinkhole.
I know. Okay, well, you're not even listening. I'm your passenger. You're not even listening to me.
Give me some of those nuts that you brought along. I'm peckish.
Well, they're Brazil nuts. They're kind of expensive.
That's okay. What do you mean? Like, I can't have them because you bought too much for them? I'm driving 90 miles an hour, dude.
Well, I'm saying maybe if we pulled over somewhere, we could get you some pistachios.
What are you talking about? I want the Brazil nuts. You being stingy with them?
Yeah, but they're it's like $12 a bag.
Oh my God, dude.
Well, I don't know when we're going to find another wholesale food place. Like, we're not exactly in a metropolis here.
Fine. Okay. I won't eat any Brazil nuts.
Okay. Geez, if you're going to be moody about it, here.
Yeah, it's a real sinkhole. Wow.
Yeah. This was your best idea.
Sorry, I'm just a little lightheaded.
Oh, are you hungry?
Yeah, I'm hungry.
Well, I said we could stop. I said we could stop somewhere.
You said that I could drive my own car to a store and not eat the nuts that you had in the car. Yeah, that's what you said. Thanks.
Well, what did you want?
Best friend.
Did you want me to drive your car, or did you want to drive my? Like, what's the problem?
I'm saying that I don't need permission when I'm in my own car to pull over on the side of wherever I want to buy pistachios. I wanted the Brazil nuts, and now I'm lightheaded and I'm not enjoying the sinkhole as much.
Well, maybe. Here's the thing: the Brazil nuts are like $12 a bag.
I heard you say the price already. I know. Okay, you're very particular about your nuts.
Okay, well, here, I have them. Here, have a couple. Just have a couple.
Well, now it's like now I don't want to eat them out of
Okay, that's fine.
No, okay, I will. Okay, I will.
It's too late. I already ate them.
What do you mean? You only brought 2 from the car?
Well, why would I carry around the whole bag? I wasn't planning on sharing them anyways. Can we just enjoy the sinkhole?
Okay, I'm trying to enjoy the sinkhole.
Look at how it kind of looks like it's sinking and stuff. It's cool.
Hello. Welcome to the sinkhole.
Please don't say you're going to try and charge us.
No. I'm Milltown Heather.
What?
I'm an actress. I get paid to portray Milltown Heather. I'm Milltown Heather.
Milltown. Would you like a Brazil nut?
I'm not allowed to take any food from the people who come to see the sinkhole. I'm paid by the local city commissioner's office, and so I just have a little speech. I don't know why they do that. I always have to explain it to everybody. In 1984, there was a girl who was a local frolicker named Heather. And one time she went into the woods on a frolic, and I'm actually, you know what? I'm not, like, I have another life beyond this, and I don't really want those pictures, like, on the internet or out there.
We're on vacation. I mean, there's like a whole thing we do. We take the pictures, and then we'll look at them eventually later, and we'll remember. You're familiar with the concept of pictures, right? You're going to try and tell us we can't take pictures when we're on vacation?
You can take pictures, just not of me, just because, like, I have another life, and if those surfaced, then it would be in conflict with my other career.
What are you, like, in witness protection? What's wrong with you? Of course people know you do this.
No, I'm not in witness protection. Stop. Why? That is the smallest camera I've ever seen.
Oh, really? This is the smallest camera you've ever seen? Obviously, you haven't been out much, huh?
Okay, I'm sorry that I made you so upset by asking you not to take my picture, but my rights, my image is my right, and it's my image, and I'm just an actor, okay? I'm just here. So can I just do my...
Yeah, it's my fault. All I've had to eat was just a few Brazil nuts, so it's just...
Okay, that's okay. You have nice eyes.
Thanks.
Okay.
I haven't had anything to eat. He won't even give me any Brazil nut.
Well,
He won't. He offered you a Brazil nut, but he wouldn't offer me a Brazil nut. And I drove here.
I feel like I'm getting in the middle of like a friend thing here, and I'm an actress, okay? I'm just here, I'm playing Milltown Heather, and if you guys could just let me get through my speech, I get a 10-minute break, and then I gotta come back and do it again when the next round of tourists come to see the sinkhole. So if you guys could, they're watching me on cameras right now, so it looks like I'm talking, but if you just let me get through it, then we can move on.
Heather, get back to work, sweetheart. We'll see you. We'll see you're not working.
Okay, Dr. Johnson. I will.
Heather, what have I told you about having too many conversations and not enough speech?
I'm sorry. I'm getting yelled at in my ear right now by the guy. Can you hear him? Okay. I can't say anything. I'm trapped. Can you guys help me?
Heather, no asking for help. Right? We talk about asking for help sometimes. You don't ask.
I'm sorry, Dr. Johnson. I got a little frazzled and I asked for help. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't mean that. I was just messing with you. That's part of Milltown Heather. That's one of the things she did was she would say, "I'm trapped and I need help."
That's fun. That's a fun. A fun thing?
You need help. Please.
Heather, what have I told you about making our guests feel uncomfortable?
Dr. Johnson, you told me that you're here to fulfill a purpose.
Purpose?
And I am reenacting your lifelong vision to bring Milltown back to its former glory because you are the grandson of Milltown Heather and you have a family tradition to uphold.
That's right.
I am but a cog in that big machine called life.
You are just a circle with spikes coming off of it to interact with other circles. That's what I said, but you always use the word cog. I don't understand. But if that means the same, then yes.
That's what a cog is. I feel like you could tighten that whole thing you had me memorize. I feel like you could tighten it up to circles with wings. I feel like if you just said cog, that would take, like I wouldn't have to memorize so much.
But we are not Danish. We don't wear clog.
You know what? I'll just keep it the way it is.
That's good. You're a circle with another circle with spikes. They go like this. Anyways.
That's what a cog is, but okay, sure.
And also remind me of the fun thing I told you about the newspaper. Why do we love newspapers so much, Heather? Why?
Because
Heather, why?
Okay, I'm doing it. Why won't anybody ever let me do my thing? I'm an actress. It's like what I do is like talk good.
Heather, for what reason?
It's because the newspapers help us remember what the water of the town made us forget.
That's right. That's right.